soft, eerie wind sound builds gradually. Have you ever felt like the wind was trying to tell you a story? Not just any story, but one that sends shivers down your spine and makes you second-guess every shadow around you. This is the story of Raventhorne Bridge, a place like no other, where the winds carry whispers of the past. Stay with me, because once you hear this, you may never cross a bridge the same way again. Raventhorne Bridge stretches across a forest canyon, enveloped in thin, ethereal mist most of the year. It looks like something pulled out of a Gothic fairy tale, a rickety bridge, suspended precariously between towering trees. Locals know its chilling reputation, but rarely speak of it. Why? Because this bridge is said to be haunted by more than just ghostly apparitions. Whispers ride its winds. The story begins over a century ago, back in 1883, when the bridge was built to connect the once bustling mining town of Raventhorne to the nearby trading routes. At first, it was considered an engineering marvel for its time, praised even in local newspapers. But there was one peculiar detail. Multiple builders, initially assigned to the project, mysteriously quit within days of starting. They claimed to hear unsettling whispers whenever the winds blew through the canyon, no matter the time of day. It's as if the wind watched us, one worker had been recorded saying to a worried employer. He never returned to the job, despite the numerous warnings and resignations. The bridge was eventually completed, though its dark reputation only deepened with time. Why? Accidents, and plenty of them. The first was a trader traveling at night. A witness claimed to see him stop halfway across the bridge, as if frozen. He placed his torch down, gazed into the abyss below, and then he stepped off. His body was never recovered, but his torch was found lying on the bridge the next morning, still burning, as if something or someone relit it. A young couple recounts how they walked the bridge that same week and caught voices calling their names on the thick, ghostly mist. There was no one else around. By the 1920s, an unspoken agreement settled among the local townsfolk: avoid Raventhorne Bridge after dusk. But here's the part that truly stands out. Survivors of alleged encounters often describe similar experiences. They would hear faint whispers on the bridge, words jumbled and unrecognizable at first, but growing louder as long as they remained. These whispers didn't just stay as ambient noise, though. No, they would evolve, personalize. Accusing tones filled the air, reminding these travelers of secrets they'd long buried inside themselves. Some heard cries for help, some agonized screams, and others horrifying laughter. Whispers became like phantom fingers, tugging at their ears, compelling travelers to lean closer to the edge and listen. Over time, psychologists, skeptics, and paranormal enthusiasts alike have attempted to offer explanations for the hauntings of Raventhorne Bridge. Some theorize that the geography of the canyon creates an acoustic illusion, amplifying everyday natural sounds and causing hallucinations of ghostly whispers, sort of like an auditory mirage. But the believers, they have an entirely different perspective. There's an old legend that predates Raventhorne Bridge by centuries. They say pirates once terrorized this region, using the canyon beneath the bridge as their hiding spot. When their crimes finally caught up to them, they were hanged or drowned in that very canyon, leaving their restless spirits lingering there eternally. Those whispers people hear, they're said to be the lingering fragments of curses, or perhaps they are unrepentant spirits trying to relive the macabre thrill of luring others into the void below. Then, there's the journal of a local historian from 1947. In it, He speaks of a particularly foggy autumn night when he summoned the courage to study the bridge alone. Though skeptical, he reportedly discovered peculiar rune-like carvings hidden beneath its wooden planks. He noted a powerful cold gust blew across the bridge as he read out one engraving that loosely translated to "Listen unto us." Suffice it to say, he packed and ran, refusing to speak further on the subject. His journal ended abruptly that year. Nevertheless, curiosity seekers continue to visit Raventhorne Bridge, hoping to capture EVP recordings or experience something inexplicable. Ley line enthusiasts argue the bridge resides along powerful geomagnetic zones, further fueling reports of strange occurrences. Some fear influencers even live-stream themselves, staying overnight in an effort to tempt the alleged entities. Spoiler alert, most run back screaming before midnight. But here's something especially intriguing. It's not just external phenomena reported on Raventhorne Bridge. Some travelers swear the whispers aren't coming from the scenery, but from themselves. A young woman named Clara, for instance, posted a chilling vlog 3 years ago, describing how she felt compelled mid-bridge to speak words she'd never heard before, as if the wind used her body to channel its story. Now, in 2022, Raventhorne Bridge remains a touchpoint of mystery. While most people commute through safer modern roads, a few hikers occasionally brave the bridge at twilight. Rumors linger whether the authorities might close it due to structural concerns, though skeptics suggest it's more about appeasing uneasy locals than real infrastructure hazards. And still, amidst all the doubt, the question persists. How could every story from Raventhorne feel disturbingly real if it were all fabricated? So if you ever find yourself near Raventhorne Canyon and must cross its infamous bridge, one piece of advice: cover your ears, don't lean into the whispers, for they may just be waiting for someone brave or foolish enough to listen fully to their message. The eerie winds of Raventhorne Bridge beckon, but beware. Now tell me, what would you do if the wind whispered your darkest secret? The wind sound fades into silence, leaving viewers unsettled.